Okay, so then we see the common furnace issues. So like these pictures, so I think most is get from the the job site. Yeah, so I met all those problems. Yeah, so this one, the corrosion. The corrosion is or the rust is normally we find in the high efficiency furnace. So sometimes you should know the category 1. Maybe you can find it like this too. Yeah, but maybe the bottom here, not here. Yeah, so if the category 1 furnace is rust like this, normally that's mean there's the air conditioner, the A coil, just above the furnace. So that condensate drain line may be clogged, and then the water just run through the inside of the furnace to the bottom. Yeah, so that's we should know there. So if the rust there for the category 1, you should check if there's a coil there, and maybe it's clogged. So for the high efficiency furnace, so that's normal. Like this, it's normal. It's rust there around, especially around the inducer motor, just the bottom of the inducer motor. You will see there's a rust corrosion there. Yeah, so because the condensate water will collect around the inducer motor, and all the pipe around here, if it's not connect tight, so maybe the water come out too. So this one is a leak from the furnace, but this one so looks like the so sometimes, so if for the category 1, if you saw the rust there, so if there's no air conditioner, so maybe there's a humidifier. Okay, humidifier is cause the same trouble like the A coil. Yeah, if they didn't have maintenance and the water just drip from the inside of the furnace, and will cause the same trouble. Yeah, so this one is look like not the leak from the furnace, like the humidifier or possible is a coil. Yeah, so but normally you can trace the water drain, like this mark here. I don't know if it's a water come from here. Yeah, so if it's come from here, that should be looks like the condensate water from the furnace. Yeah, if not, so maybe it's the humidifier or a coil. Okay, so yeah, so this one, so this set is like the for the furnace category 4. Yeah, so this, if it's category 4, yeah, maybe it's just the condensate water drain system is clogged, cause the trouble. Okay, this is a flame roll out. Flame roll out. So just like we talked before, maybe the heat changer problem and cause the flame roll out, or maybe the pressure. So like the inside the house pressure and the outside is not balanced. The hot air cannot go out. Yeah, so it's caused like the backdraft. Sometimes it causes trouble like this. Yeah, flame roll out is an indication of the poor drafting or possible issue with a heat changer. Yeah, so this is very serious. You see this cover is just rust through. So, and this one is inside the furnace, and this one you see is outside the furnace. So and we can see this furnace should be low boil. Yeah, so sometimes, so you see the flame roll out is not only damage the inside of the furnace, so you see it's damage here. Yeah, so if we see the rust through like this, that should be the flame roll out. So the flame roll out is very serious. So that means maybe the carbon monoxide will be come out. Okay, for this one, so we will see some white like a skill, Yeah, so because the furnace flame, if the exhaust, there's normally is some like the acid inside the exhaust. So that's cause the trouble if the condensate water is cannot drain out. There's the condensate water will be melt some like acid and cause the acid smell. Yeah. So if in fact if you go to the house, you will smell some like acid smell. So normally that's come from the high efficiency furnace. The condensate water is clogged. Yeah, so if it's running a long time, so you even can smell from the outside the terminal, the exhaust terminal. So you can smell the very bad smell there. So high efficiency furnaces are notorious for the leak around the inducer motor. Yeah, so while there may be leak during the inspection, maybe not. Yeah, so sometimes if the furnace is not running, so you only can see the steam, so you cannot see the real water leak there. Yeah, so if you see any, that doesn't matter if the water there or not. If you see the stains there, so you should make notes and recommend to do the service. The picture here, you see, this must be category 1. So because it's still belt drive. Yeah, we can see the belt is broken already. Yeah, so sometimes the belt is not broken, but you can see it's crack. It's maybe lots of cracks there. When there's a crack, so the motor running is not steady. It will be like this. It's a big noise than normal. Yeah, so for the belt drive motor, you should check the belt and the pulley. Yeah, so I met a customer in Saskatoon. So the belly, the pulley, so one side is broken already. Yeah, so I don't know how many years you use, but the pulley is broken one side. Yeah, so the motor is still running, but I cannot push the air through the heat exchanger, and it always cause the high limit switch tripped. Okay, so that's the blower motor. So all the belt motor, the noise is bigger than the direct drive. So it doesn't matter if the belt drive or the direct drive. So if you hear the noise from this area, so that's mean the noise from the motor. Yeah. Okay, here is the inducer motor. This one is the AC motor. Yeah, so you see there's a small holes here. It's just not just covered by the dust. Yeah, so that's we should care. Like the blower motor, I said we should take a picture on the end of the motor. Yeah, so almost the same like this one. This one is the only thing is smaller. Yeah. So if you see the debris or dust like this, yeah, you should know. So this furnace maybe didn't do the the maintenance for a long time. Yeah, you should make notes on your report. Yeah, so sometimes, so like this, like the the debris like this. So that means the filter is not good too. Yeah, so if the customer just use the filter like the cheapest one you get from Home Depot, maybe $10 for 3. Yeah, so it cannot block the the dust, yeah, through the filter. So and then the maybe most of the dust collected from the the end of the motor, like this motor, the other motor. Yeah, so that's not good. So you should recommend the customer change the better filters. Yeah, we will talk. I think we will talk the filter later. Yeah. So this picture is show us the old blower motor housing. Yeah. So they said like if it's like before 1970s, so the old motor housing, they will stamp the date there. Yeah, so like this one. So but the new furnace, so we never find the date on the blower housing. Yeah. So for most of the furnace, so they design the lifespan is about 20 to 25 years. Yeah, so for older furnace, maybe it's a longer time. So because the heat changer is a cast iron, so it's a longer time than the new furnace. The new furnace, they design the heat changer, maybe it's steel. Yeah, so or maybe it's aluminum, so it cannot last that long time. So we can see the old furnace, maybe some is over 50 years, right? Yeah, but a new furnace, so they never can last that long time. So if it's a furnace is over 20 years, I recommend you make notes on the report. Yeah, so most furnace like the high efficiency furnace or medium efficiency furnace, it only can last maybe around 20 years. And then you can find the heat changer cracked.
I'll make a quick note there, Sam. So
okay.
Yeah, like Sam was saying, the newer furnaces and boilers as well with the heat exchangers, when they went from the cast to the stainless or the composite materials, they're not built to last as long. Some inspectors choose, certain time frames. So like Sam was saying, some will say 20, 25 years or so. Some inspectors might push it to 30 years, but figure out a date that you're comfortable with. To say that, if a furnace is 25 years old, you might say, recommend that it be budgeted to be replaced. And that way you're at least informing your clients to know that, this is an older model. It may fail, this year may fail in a few years, but just as long as they're aware that they can start budgeting for a replacement unit. Some of the older ones, they're built quite well, quite robust. Of course, getting parts it can be quite difficult. And of course, the older units, as we've discussed, they have a lot less safety features than the newer ones. And of course, some people really like air conditioners, and some of the much older furnaces, they may not be compatible with AC installs.
Yeah, so in fact, sometimes we can recommend the customer to change the furnace just because of efficiency. Yeah, so it's a very low efficiency and not safe, so it's better to change. Okay, here. So you see this should be the retain air grill, retain air duct. So check to see if the duct is cleaned or not. So we can open the grill. So normally the best area we check is like the living room. Yeah, so because that area is more dust or more dirt collected from here. Yeah, so like we open the grill and we can see, so like this. So that means, so this house maybe didn't do the duct cleaning for a long time. Yeah, so all this retain air is easier to collect the dirt or dust. So supply side is a little hard to collect. Yeah, so this we should know. So master bedroom. So is another position we can check. Yeah, so sometimes it's dirty like this too. Yeah, so but you should know the new house, so they have the retain air duct in every room, but older house maybe not, maybe only 1-2 retain air duct on every floor. So there's no retain duct in the bedrooms. So beware about that the mobile home. So don't typically have the retain air duct. So that means, so the mobile home, the furnace, so they just get the retain air from the top of the furnace. Yeah, so there's no duct. So the filter normally just on the top of the furnace. Yeah, so you cannot see the retain air duct, but sometimes you still can see the supply. So retain air duct can't be installed in the same room as a appliance, like the right picture show us. Okay, so we can see some old furnace. So sometimes the retain air duct there's a opening here like this. So but the code require, so for example, so if we change the new furnace, so if there's a like an opening like here, so we should cover that. Yeah, so that's not allowed, because the normally the furnace room not big enough, and if you put a opening here or grill here, so it will suction the air from the mechanical room. And for example, this water heater is a natural wind or natural draft. So it will cause the backdraft. Yeah, so that's a big trouble. So all the grill or opening, if you find in the furnace room, make notes in your report. So here, so you can see the pilot flame. So for furnace like this, we can see the gas valve. There's like small aluminum pipe, and oh sorry, just come out from gas valve here and go inside the under of the burner here. Yeah, so this one is we call it the standing pilot. Yeah, so if there's a standing pilot, so that means it's a low efficiency. Efficiency is less than 83%. Yeah, so with high efficiency furnace, we don't have the pilot. So just like we said before, is a igniter. Yeah, hot surface igniter or spark igniter there. So we'll save some energy.
I'll make a quick note there, Sam. So another, issue with having a return air duct in the mechanical room or in the, the return plenum is, like we were talking with Daryl on Monday, with just the whole distribution. I think we're going to be talking about this as well here in a bit. But if you have all these suction for the return air duct in the mechanical room, you're not allowing for, a really good air distribution to keep the house comfortable.
Oh, so but I don't know. So the other province in Saskatchewan is not allowed anymore now.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, I'm just saying that's, along with the extinguishing the pilot flame, like you were saying, and the possible backdrafting for naturally vented appliances.
Yeah.
Another issue is, if you don't have a very good balance of airflow, if you're sucking all the air from the, the return air plenum in the mechanical room.
Yeah, if the mechanical room is opening, so maybe it's good, right?
Yeah, generally we just don't want to see that in general.